Hi there, this is Hap for Hap Around the House, and I wanted to show you a little bit about how I care for my cutting board. I've got a 15-year-old cutting board that I made, and I just kind of wanted to show you how I keep it all clean and oiled. Let me put this camera in a holder. See this holder? See me drop the camera. See this holder right here? That's the one that I have another video. I'll put a link in the bottom, and you can see how I made it. It's really simple, and it's cheap. Let me go ahead and put this in here. Snapped in, and let me make sure that you guys are going to get a good picture here too. I like to adjust it a little bit here. It's really adjustable. See that? And it holds it nice and still. There you go. Now my face will not be in the shot, but the cutting board. Now this is a cutting board that I made out of cherry, and I believe this is hickory. With clean hands, we grab a little bit of coconut oil. That's more than a little, isn't it? It's come out in blocks, it's cold. Grab a little bit of coconut oil. And this is clean. This is one that we use for vegetables only. And this is quite simply how you do it. Just like your finger painting back in elementary school. And you want to get it so that it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. In other words, it seems like there's too much on it because it will soak in. I haven't done this for about 2 months to this cutting board. And it's important to keep it oiled. It keeps it from splitting. And supposedly it just makes the board last a long time. And I've had it for 15 years. I haven't had it split. And I haven't had any problems with it. Now, to clean it, generally, once you cut the vegetables on it, I just run it under hot water really quick, and then I take a squeegee and squeegee it off. Now, if there's a stubborn stain, which we have a few, there's one right here that usually doesn't come off. Now, if you want to, you can take a very sharp knife and kind of plane it off, but I don't think you have to get that complicated with it. But there it is. That is it. And I just use the coconut oil. Now, again, once you're done, coconut oil is really good for your skin. You can rub it in. This is a lot of coconut oil. I've got enough for 4 or 5 people's hands here. But what I do is I'll leave this oil on here, let it soak in for 3 or 4 hours, then just take a paper towel and run over it. And that will allow the time to soak in, and it will preserve your cutting board. And that's what we want. I looked at the cutting boards that were available at the time, and I just didn't see anything that really tripped my trigger. Especially for the prices. If you wanted to get a board like this, you're probably looking at a $100 board, and I don't remember what the boards cost, but they weren't very expensive. And I don't think, if you do it right and you glue them together properly, you really don't even have to have it planed, because very few places have a plane. And a plane, all that does is it levels everything off. So as you glue it, you're going to have the boards meet at different, there are going to be little steps between the boards, because you can never get it quite right. But not very many places can plane a big piece like this all at once. So keep it simple, and that's how I oil it. Okay, well, the cutting board is soaked in an awful lot of that. There's very little oil left on the surface of this cutting board, but when you let it sit for a couple hours, just take it's just a little piece of paper towel, just wipe her down, and she's ready to be put away again until you need it again. And if there's still a little bit left on there, it will soak in. You can see there's still a little bit on there, but by the time tomorrow rolls around, this will all be soaked in. So this is Hap for Hap Around the House, and that's how you deal with a cutting board. It keeps it from splitting and keeps it all clean, and there's acid in this coconut oil that will also help to retard bacterial growth. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comment section, and thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like it. And we're done.